Kate Stanton Davis was born and died on the same day in 2009. Every day since, her mother Rhiannon has been trying to find out why.
The midwife should have resuscitated Kate, but didn't. She said it was too difficult. At the inquest, it was too difficult for her. So she walked away and left Kate.
Their story is shocking, but they are not alone. There aren't just several other cases at Shrewsbury and Telford NHS Trust. There are potentially hundreds.
No one within the hospital trust spoke out. Midwives were allowed to carry on doing these terrible things. Obstetricians equally to blame. No one did anything. Baby death after baby death after baby death in horrific circumstances. And no one has done anything.
So I'm very angry that this trust has just lied and lied and lied.
The independent inquiry chaired by senior midwife Donna Ockenden has now published its first findings. The review found a failure among staff to escalate concerns when problems became apparent. And when families raised concerns about their care, they were dismissed or not listened to at all. In fact, there were cases where women were blamed for their loss, which further compounded their grief.
I will be honest, there have been days when I've met family after family in Shrewsbury that I've gone back to my room and I've cried, because what else can you do as a fellow human being when you hear tales of such suffering and you see pain etched on people's faces?
The inquiry still has hundreds of cases to go, some stretching back 40 years.
I can assure the House that we will learn the lessons that must be learned, so that the tragic stories found within these pages will never be repeated again.
And the Trust's new chief executive issued this statement.
I want to say personally and on behalf of the Trust that we are very sorry for all of the pain and distress caused to these families. We cannot change the past, but I want to reassure women in families that we will continue to make positive changes, and we absolutely commit to take all of the actions in this report.
The families say that is long overdue, but they are grateful that an eminent midwife like Donna Ockenden is behind this new report.
She dedicated it to Kate and to Pippa Griffiths, and it made me cry. And I was surprised. I didn't think I would cry, but it just meant so much. This is why I've been fighting for her. It's Kate's legacy, that learning will happen, that other families will not be destroyed. Her life had a meaning. So it's huge. Yeah.
The families say they've been palmed off and ignored for years. Well, not anymore.
And Simon joins us now from Ludlow Community Hospital, part of the Trust. Simon, clearly a huge day for families like Rhiannon's, but also much wider calls for change.
Yes, generally that mothers should be listened to more, Peter, but specifically here, not a lot of listening going on. And the inquiry is still ongoing, looking at a potential of more than 1,800 cases of avoidable deaths of mothers and babies, one of the worst ever hospital scandals. And it lays to rest the official line, which existed for many years, that this trust was no worse than any other. So lack of listening, lack of investigation, and that final insult, the mothers sometimes being blamed. A really big day for the families, and it's not over. The inquiry continues, and West Mercia Police tonight confirming its investigation is ongoing.